So this video is for founders or CEOs of bootstrapped software companies. And what I'm going to cover is how you can start attracting more customers with no funding, right? Some people view it as sort of a vicious cycle because in order for you to get backing from venture capitalists, you need traction, you need revenue, you need profitability, at least in the current economy that we're in. But how do you actually gain those things without having the capital to invest into a go-to-market strategy and marketing, right? That's the whole cycle that you have to break through, right? So that's the entrance to the next level. So what I'm going to do in this video is essentially describe the system that I would implement in that position and that I enable my clients to implement. So first, we can sort of evaluate the options on the table, right? So there is paid traffic, right? Paid advertising. You can pay Meta, you can pay LinkedIn to put your offer and put your product in front of people, and the people who are interested, they'll buy it. You can also do organic content, right? And you can build up a following. People will, potentially be interested. They'll look into your content. You'll build trust, and they'll book a meeting to potentially buy your product. Now, the problem with paid advertising is obviously that it's quite expensive. A lot of work goes into it, so it's not necessarily an obvious choice. And then there's organic content. This can work really well if you don't have a lot of capital. You also have time to invest. It's a good thing to do, but it's also not the fastest way to generate new customers, right? It's often a long and drawn out process to get it to the point where it's consistently booking new meetings on a monthly basis. You can also do telemarketing, right? But it's very time consuming. And if you want to hire somebody to do that, again, we have the whole thing with it being very expensive. So how can we build a system that's very effective, but still budget friendly, and that is characterized by very high amounts of automation? So it won't take up too much of your time, but still be very effective. And the sweet spot here is definitely building a reliable cold email system. And I'll explain why. So, first of all, it's very budget friendly, right? You can build up a very large infrastructure without breaking the bank. You can send out thousands of emails to very, very quickly sort of test whether or not you have product market fit and how to find message market fit. Also, you can get very, very specific with who you want to target, right? So instead of it being, paid advertising, where just, you're getting all these inbound leads, some of them might be not qualified. Maybe they don't actually understand your service and they think they're in your ICP, but they're not. So they sign up. You have to constantly disqualify people. I hear this a lot. It becomes an annoying process. With cold email, you can very, very specifically decide who you want to reach out to. And with some of the new developments in the cold email space, you can also use AI to, pre-verify every single lead on a lead list to see if they're qualified. So this is what I'm doing for my clients now. Every single lead list we have, I'm building a lead scoring system that will decide whether or not every single lead is qualified, right? So if the AI says, this would be a 5 out of 10 in terms of how qualified they are for the service, then we just remove them from the list and we keep all the ones that are 6 plus or whatever, right? So it works extremely well. We know exactly who we're reaching out to, and the AI enables us to do that, right, without it being too expensive. Also, obviously, you're getting in front of the people you actually want to get in front of, right? So you can decide exactly which persona you want to target. And again, this is also a very, very good thing. If you're a bit unsure of like who you should reach out to, who's the best champion in the sales motion, etc. You can test that with cold email, like on a very sort of systematic level, right? You can generate some very valuable and statistically significant data on not only what verticals you should target, but also the actual roles of the people, etc. So very, very, very effective. And you can build up these systems. It can cost anywhere from only $200 to $500 per month to run these systems, and you can book 20 plus meetings. And I see this for myself, I see this for clients. So this is just not just something I'm making up. So now the problem here is that obviously this in and of itself does take some know-how. It's not something you can just boot up tomorrow, even though some people kind of frame it that way, right? These are typically the people who don't find success with it. So what I offer, and this is the reason why I've started Scalender, is I want to build these systems for founders, make sure they don't have to go through all that learning, all that trial and error, because you're still quite busy, right, as a founder, obviously. But I still want to hand over the actual process to you of actually managing the system, right? So managing the system will still be on you, but I will make sure that the backend is all set up correct. Everything's working as it should. You're getting the best possible deliverability, etc. But the copywriting, etc., is only something I'm going to consult on. It's not actually something I'm going to completely do. And that's simply just to make this a more budget friendly offer, right? And I also have some revenue share models if you're interested in that, right? So if this sounds interesting, you want to build up a system like this, I'll leave a link to book a call with me, and I'll be happy to discuss. So thanks for watching.